In this video, we're going to take a look at Pelikan's M600 Vibrant Orange, which was just released at the end of this year. It's my suspicion this may be the last official release out of Hanover that we see for 2018. The Vibrant Orange takes its cues from the M320 Orange, which was released back in 2004, and now almost a decade and a half old. You can see that there's these bands of really nice pearlescent stripes. They kind of swirl and eddy, and they really give a nice depth to the finish. What surprised me a little bit, though I guess I should be based on past releases, is that the vibrancy is not carried throughout. You can see as I rotate the pen, there are bands that pick up that pearlescence, and then there are darker, duller bands of orange between, kind of like what we saw in the Ocean Swirl from last year. It's not a deal breaker, but it also is not as vibrant a look as it could be throughout the pen. That might give some pause. Certainly, there's going to be some variability in the finish, so some models might exhibit this more than others. So if you have a chance to look at the pen before you purchase, if that's something that bothers you, it's one thing to consider. Right here, you can see that there definitely is transparency in the cap to allow you to look forward to the section. And so you can also see that transparency. You can see the piston moving throughout the barrel as well. So definitely with just kind of even a mild light source, you should have no problem gauging the remaining ink in the pen. The nib is the standard 14 karat gold nib, two-tone gold that Pelikan has on their Souverons. And there's your feed, pretty much the standard. This is going to be the first model in the US that sees a surcharge for the EF nib, that model being now $36 more expensive than the fine, medium, and broad nibbed equivalents. Unfortunately, EF was my preferred nib, which I will no longer purchase from Pelikan due to the surcharge. In terms of aesthetics, I do see, when you have the pen capped, it's, orange, 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 which looks great. Then you get down to the black piston knob, somewhat a little bit visually jarring. Again, that's more of a subjective thing. I think it looks better when you take the cap off, and then, you have the black section and black piston knob, which kind of balance each other there. The pen posts very nicely. I do think the gold-plated furniture is appropriate for this model, though it gets a little bit swallowed up by the orangishness of the barrel. We can compare that to the Vibrant Green, which was also an M600 model released a few years back. It also has some more pearlescent and darker areas, so the finish is very similar to what you see with the Vibrant Orange. However, I guess with the darker green, it's a little bit less noticeable or jarring. Both great pens. So this has been a look at the M600 Vibrant Orange. Definitely a nice pen. Definitely has some issues as I go through in my post about my review, and it's up to you to kind of decide if the issues are a deal breaker for you, though I don't think anybody would be too disappointed adding this one to their flock.